5, we are back, and we are coming off yet another parlay that we lose by one leg, Bryson. I mean, at this point,
we are last leg legends. We are the last.
We really are.
Holy
In the worst
smoke.
way possible. In the worst way possible, dude. I am Ryan Ribeiro, joined by Bryson Stricker. We are here for NFL Week 5. We're going to be building an anytime touchdown parlay. We're going to be giving you our best bets for NFL Week 5, Sunday slate for NFL Week 5. And then we're going to be interacting with you guys in the chat. Drop your bets. Drop your takes on who scored a touchdown today. We'll get it in the parlay. We'll build this thing together. Bryson, how we doing, man?
Good. I want to clarify for everybody who's in here. You will be interacting with everybody in the chat. I have severe ADHD and I am not able to multitask.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like that's the way we've been operating for about 2 years now, though.
Yeah, I know. You said we. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah, fair enough. Nick Stradamus jumped in here and said, the Great White Buffalo, Josh Allen scored last week. This week, I'm saying it's a little Lad McConkey. Shame me if I'm wrong next week. Look at Kamara possibly too. Well, unfortunately, Nick Stradamus, Lad McConkey was the reason that we lost last week. Brutal to bring that up, but
banned.
Nick Stradamus was here too.
Banned.
Yeah, that was tough. Was up my Nazups. Alan Lazard, anytime touchdown. And then KB 225, Kamara TD. Giants gave up a rushing TD every game. I think this is a good time to look at the most bet anytime touchdown scores over at DraftKings, just so we get a little understanding as a little bit of what the chat's going on and what everyone is betting over at DraftKings. Starting off with Derrick Henry at minus 145. No Lamar Jackson today for the Baltimore Ravens. Followed up with Jonathan Taylor, whose price just continues to climb. Now minus 205. Cam Scatterbo, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devon Achane, Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, James Cook, George Pickens, and Justin Jefferson plus 165. Obviously, the Vikings currently playing the Cleveland Browns. That game is at halftime, 10-7 Browns over in London. Bryson, any thoughts on some of these guys here?
Derrick Henry at the top is nuts. People are crazy.
People are nuts.
People
are nuts.
I get you got to think he's going to get a bigger workload than normal because no Lamar and stuff. But it's also if they get behind the 8 ball, we ain't ever seeing that, brother. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't. And it's also when are you ever going to get Derrick Henry at minus 145 against a not good team? I guess you kind of get that, but that's crazy, bro. And then also Cam Scatterbo being third is just nuts. That's That's a new if the Giants were still the Giants, but let's just pretend for a second they were the Chiefs, where it's they were just horrible and always unlucky and always this or the other. Cam Scatterbo would be nowhere near this list. But it's he plays in New York, he does backflips. He they won last week. He scored last week, I think. It's I don't. That's crazy. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy. That's just really the other way to put it.
Yeah, I will say there's been a lot of chatter about Alvin Kamara in the chat. I like that he's not on this list. Let's head over to DraftKings and let's start talking about this. I will say the game that we have at the top here is a game that I actually really want to start out with because I think, Bryson, based on how I know you and I build a parlay, I think we are on the same page here. Do you want to tell me who you think I'm thinking is the first leg here in this game?
I'm curious. I mean, honestly, I really don't like this game, if I'm being honest with you, bro.
Really? Well, I think A.J. Brown's going to score, bro.
I don't disagree with you. I also kind of like J.K. Dobbins because, he was the most popular guy in human history to score a touchdown last week and didn't. And, I do think the Broncos are going to win today. And so, I don't know. I do kind of honestly, but this game, it's dude, I really don't think you can make anything of an Eagles game. Dude, the Eagles are weird. There's some weird shit happening in Philadelphia, man.
Yeah, there's some bizarre stuff.
They're good, but so ass at the same time.
They kind of remind me of the Eagles a few years ago. Remember when they were winning all those games to start the year, but the vibes were just kind of off? That's kind of what's going on right now. Yes. You don't think there's any world where they just try and force feed A.J. Brown? At all?
I don't disagree with you. I do. A.J. Brown to catch a pass is going to be and first drive is going to be one of my best bets. But I'm saying it's I'm saying like the touchdown. The thing is they can force in the ball wherever they want, but there's a 10-yard box that we are requesting AJ to catch the ball in or run into, and there's no guarantee that they do that. Like I really don't like this game. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's scary, bro. It's scary.
All right, we don't have to get into it. I will say that the chat, like, I have not seen this much Alvin Kamara love in our
Dude,
time doing this.
I have something better than Alvin Kamara. Would you like to hear it?
Can I guess what you're going to say? Because I looked at this last night and I thought the same thing. Are you going to say Taysom Hill? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with you. That's so brutal. Everyone in the chat wants Alvin Kamara, and both of us want Taysom Hill.
The good news is
I agree.
we're the ones clicking the buttons. We get to click the buttons. Oh, dude, there's no world Taysom Hill does not score today. Like, there's not. And he's plus 275.
I think the great thing that we have working for us here, and I would love the chat to give us a chance before people get upset, is the Saints quarterback situation is bad. So, like, Taysom Hill realistically could come in at any point in time during the course of this game. Like, any point in time. We don't have Drew Brees back there anymore. We don't have Derek Carr back there who's making a gajillion dollars. B, dude's big. Like, they get down to the goal line. Like, he might be the goal line back. Now, he's got the guy taking the snap, but, like, I don't know. I also think there's, like, going to be a decent amount of points scored in this game. I like Taysom Hill. I like Taysom Hill. That's just my opinion.
I do. I really like Taysom Hill. And, like, don't get me wrong. I actually do like Alvin Kamara. Like, I do like it. But it's like, my honest take is, I think this slate today is, like, I think you're in a weird spot where, like, this is going to mean nothing to chat. It's like, there's like 6 Herbies out there of just like teams that have like never won a game in history that are favored over teams that like used to be good, but either missing people or like don't have their quarterback and things like that. And it's like, we have a weird slate. Like, I want to get crazy with it. I want to win some serious coin off this. I think it's going to be a weird day in the NFL. It's going to be a weird day.
I'm all in on that. I'm all in on that. Somebody asking T-Mac 0219, is today National Tight End Day? No, National Tight End Day is the 4th Sunday in October, so it is not today. I'm seeing KB 225, Waller touchdown plus 300, D Clifford, Kate Otten, Saints 251, Saints 251. Bryson. Now think about this. Just said, I love Taysom Hill as well. It's a guy with Saints in his name. Saints in his name.
This is a great start to this parlay. That's really all I have to say about it.
Yeah. I will also say J-Ho Facker 22 said AJ Brown for sure. He's been bitching all week.
I can get behind AJ Brown. I can get behind that. Honestly, I really can. It scares me, but I can get behind it. You know what I mean?
We can revisit it if we want. I will say there's another.
You know what? Just throw it in there. I love legs. I love high odds. You know, it's like if it's in there, it'll just make me feel better about myself. Like, we're already looking at
when J.K. Dobbins is to score the first touchdown of the game, and I'm not gonna be able to get over that until AJ Brown gets in the box, and that's a problem.
Yeah, no,
for me.
I agree. All right, who else is playing football today, man?
I will say there's
holy smokes.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor minus 245. Again, it's one of the crazier things that happens. I will say this. I really think there's no world that Justin Fields doesn't score a touchdown today.
Yeah? Can I give you a better take?
Go ahead.
You ready? I don't think there's a world Mason Taylor doesn't score a touchdown today.
Yeah, we can't do this. Listen, there are 2 things that we both know. You know your college football team cannot stop a running quarterback. I know my national football team cannot stop a running quarterback. I don't think we have to get cute. I think we kind of already got cute.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. The reason why I like Mason Taylor, I want to put out there. Are you aware of how bad the Cowboys are against tight ends?
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware how bad the Cowboys are on defense.
But they're so bad against tight ends, and it's like Tucker Kraft was a millimeter short of 2 touchdowns last week. Like, my boy Mason Taylor ain't going to be a millimeter short. That's my take. But I like Fields. I mean, brother be running.
I will say the other thing that we have in our favor here, which is why somebody came in here and said Nicholas Ramfall said Breece Hall. No Braylon Allen for 8 to 12 weeks. Justin Fields, Breece Hall, they're going to have to figure it out on their own. So
Yeah.
I really do like it. And then again, sprinkle on top of the fact that Justin Field or the Cowboys cannot stop a running quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, we need another one. And 410 Dion said Tyler Warren anytime touchdown.
Has brother been scoring? I don't think brother's been scoring, has he?
No, I think he did last week.
Hmm.
I'm like fairly certain of that.
I don't, I don't know what to make of that game. I
Yeah,
don't know what to make of it. Can I? I mean, you want to
this
know,
game's
brother?
interesting.
I know a brother that's scoring.
In this game,
Yeah,
Nico.
Woody Marks.
Yeah,
But
and
this
he's
is another scary game though too. Well, it's like Woody Marks is scoring, but it's like I want to put two things out there. Two things. We've lost in the last by one leg. 3 out of 4 weeks we've done this show, I believe. I mean, we've only done the show 3 times. Chad doesn't
yeah.
count. We've lost by one leg every time. And some people would be like, oh, we need to fix something, go to. I say we go to 5 legs. That to me is just like, we have to go to 5. That's like an automatic 5 freaking legs situation for me. That's my take. That's my honest take. It's a weird week in the NFL. We go 5 legs. We just put it out there, Ryan. We put
But
it out.
there's no reason to do that. If the chat says 5 legs, sure. But
Chat, get
unless
it
I hear
going.
otherwise, I think we got to go 4. I think we got to
Chat,
go
get it
4.
going. Dude, we go to the late.
G Smith is in here. G
Oh,
Smith is in here. He said, what did he say? He said, Trey McBrizzy, I'm late. I'm on the golf course right now. This is the second straight week G Smith has joined from the golf course. I
bro
love
be
how this guy
golfing.
operates his Sundays.
Bro be
Yeah,
golfing.
he does.
Dude, I do want to look at other games. I like Texans Ravens is just there's so much disgusting football being played today. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like the Texans are favored over the Ravens, who were the like preseason Super Bowl favorites almost. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't like it's an ugly day.
Rico?
I mean, he's scoring, but that ain't gonna make the odds where I want him though. That's the problem. Okay, I like Rico though. I do. I like Rico a lot.
KB said Waller a little while ago.
Yeah, dude. Let the record show I was all over the Waller breakout game. I was legitimately all over that.
But you're
There's
off it now.
no there's no world brother scoring again.
Yeah, G. Smith also dropped Darren Waller. I'll give the chat this. It doesn't have to be National Tight End Day. They love themselves some tight ends.
We love some tight ends. We love some tight ends in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Titans Cardinals. Anything speaking to you?
This is just so bad, bro. Oh my
This is a bad
God.
game. Dude, can I say something? I actually, and we can disagree and we can move on. And I haven't seen it in the chat. I like Kyler Murray today.
I mean,
he has not ran one in.
You can get me there. I'll get there.
Like, hasn't ran one in. The Cardinals are down to their 7th string running back. Like, we're like Bryson. If I told you in NFL Week 5, Michael Carter would be at the top of the board for anytime touchdown scores in a game, what would you tell me? You would tell me, are we doing a UFL show now?
Yes,
That's what you would probably say.
What I would say.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I like that. You don't have to beg me to do a quarterback, bro. A quick little guy all day.
NY Jets SB60 said Kyler Murray for sure.
Just throw him in there. Let's see what it does. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, you said or Marvin Harrison. I don't hate Marv either, because I think Marv is like just started to get going in that last game they played against the Niners, but like I don't here's the thing, is like I don't hate Marv. I just can see Kyler running one in.
I could be wrong. I think the last game was against the Seahawks.
You're correct. The last game was against the Seahawks. Was it? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
On Thursday Night Football.
Yes, you are correct. Okay. Johnny Justice says Rashad White anytime touchdown. Jackson Dart might scoot 2 against New Orleans. We already have Taysom Hill in that game. G. Smith, which fair to you. Probably can't see it here.
Can you scroll down more and just like show me the Bucks Seahawks is such an interesting game because I have to imagine the whole world is on the Bucks. I have to imagine.
Yeah. I would imagine that as well.
But I think the Seahawks are going to win somehow. But I just don't. None of that's like, oh, Bryson, pick me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Quentin Johnston's been getting dropped in the chat a lot by this NY Jets guy. 5 legs and Laporta is due from Brown T34. Do we like Sam Laporta 2 years ago on this show? Like, he was a guy that 2 years ago on the show we were spamming.
Yes.
For an anytime touchdown. I just don't know if we feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
Like, is Jamar live? And you use the same logic as AJ Brown?
Brother, the problem is he got Jake Browning.
Yeah. The problem is that offense is all-time bad.
Yeah. That is a serious, serious problem they're dealing with.
Rob Dog wants Nico Collins.
Weird day. Such a weird day in the football league, man.
Yeah.
God.
We're getting some Chargers love here, too.
Can I say one thing for us?
Go ahead.
Are we not one for one this season so far? And a player lost us the week before we put him in the next week, or no?
We are 1 for 1. Lad? I saw Lad love, dude. The other thing, too, and I will say when I put in Lad, I think it's time to take out AJ. Just because I do ultimately agree with what you're saying. And it's better odds anyway. We're probably going to get this thing to 100 to 1. I did see Lad love in the chat before, 87 to 1. This whole situation is way too weird for me. Like, it's not like there's beef. I mean, you know that he loves Lad. It's just like, did we ever think that Quentin Johnston was going to be a guy who actually like caught a football with his 2 hands? Like, no, I never thought that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
And also, too,
Nick
like, Keenan Allen
is pumped.
Keenan Allen is like really good. Like, Keenan Allen's like really good ball catcher. And so they have like in the red zone, he's got like what 3 touchdowns this year, 4. Like, you can just throw the ball, he's gonna catch it, which is
I will also say Keenan Allen at this point in his career is like a really tall, lanky tight end. Like, he's just the guy who just like sits in soft coverage, will get you the ball 8-9 yards. Probably a guy that you're looking for on 3rd down. Like,
yeah,
he's just getting the ball too much, and I don't know. Like, I think we're at a point where Lad might not see as much attention from a defense, and I think that will bode well for us. So
I'm with this. You want to know another reason why I like this parlay?
Go ahead, tell me.
87 to 1. You know who wears number 87?
Tell me.
Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, his fiance, released an album this week.
Yep.
Boom, we won. That's really all I have.
I thought we were going to go a step deeper there.
Nope, that's all I have.
I'm glad we didn't. Love that. Yeah, the chat really likes Lad. So, love that. All right, here is the anytime touchdown parlay for NFL Week 5. We are starting it off with Taysom Hill down in New Orleans, down in the Bayou against the New York Giants. Justin Fields at home against the Dallas Cowboys. Kyler Murray against the Tennessee Titans, and Ladd McConkey to take us home at 4:30 in the middle of the afternoon against the Washington Commanders over at SoFi. 4 legs, 87 to 1. If you like it, go over, tail it on DraftKings, use the Myriad boost that they got. You can boost this thing 33%. You can use a ghost leg if you've got it. Do whatever you want with it. If you don't like it, you can't fade it. Build your own over at DraftKings. Okay. I feel good about this. I will say, as I was reading it, I did realize, Bryson, that we've got 3 quarterbacks in there, technically. Well, I guess technically not. 2 quarterbacks and a tight end, but we'll see, man. This could be eternal riches, or we could come back here with egg on our face next week. I tend to think it's.
I would say I think 0-4 would be like a good. I'd be like okay with 0-4. You know what I mean? Like
I would.
I don't want 0-4, but it's like 0-4 would be like a good reset to maybe get us out of 3 out of 4. You know what I mean? I would honestly rather go 0-4 than 3 out of 4. I'm tired of going 3 out of 4. That's horrible.
My favorite reset would be 4 out of 4 if we're just being.
I would agree.
Yeah. Okay. Public betting warning. The most bet sides going into today's slate. Starting off with the Lions, minus 10.5. Then we've got the Cowboys -1.5 against the New York Jets, Chargers -2.5 against the Washington Commanders, the Giants +2.5 against the New Orleans Saints, and then the Bucks +3.5 against the Seattle Seahawks. Bryson, I mean, Lions -10.5 against the Bengals. I'm not necessarily sure anyone's shocked about that, but are there any of these that you think is a trap or fake trap?
Cowboys losing, Giants losing, Bucks. I only have a take on the 3.5 because I have Seahawks money line anchoring my ghost leg today. But I don't know. I Cowboys and Giants are both cake. There's no other way to put it besides CAKE cake.
Fair enough. I will say this: I don't know how to read the Bucks game. I've stared at that game for hours on end, and I do not know how to read it. So there's that. Giants, I agree. I think the Saints are going to win outright. I can't give a take on the Cowboys unbiasedly, so I won't. I feel like this might be a bounce back for the Chargers. I think that's the one game that I can see like potentially being a fake trap here. And then Lions Bengals. It's too big. I mean, the Lions are going to win the game. I just don't know by how much. So there's that. Okay.
Yeah.
Best bets. Give them to me. Give them to me.
AJ Brown. Catch a pat.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know what we can't do. So I was hoping that you didn't go there.
Oh my God. Okay, do me a favor. I already bet this.
Okay.
This is go to receiving props and go to receptions and then put AJ Brown for the lowest possible number on there so that it can represent what I want to bet. Yeah. Thank you. Click 2+. Thank you.
Okay.
And I do think this bet will hit. I actually want to ask you a question, Ryan. And I have to give credit to Sam because he did kind of bring this up first. And this is in no way, shape, or form financial advice or advice. I do not recommend anybody to bet this way. But I want your take. And honestly, I'm curious the chat's take on this. DraftKings, great sports book, now has early exit. Okay. What world does AJ Brown 2 receptions lose and early exit not save you?
I mean, unless his quarterback genuinely hates him right now. And like, this is not like a kumbaya, let's feed AJ moment. That's the only way I see it losing. It's like, oh, okay. He wants to go like tweet out random stuff and just kind of go AWOL again. Cool. He's not seeing the ball, but I don't think his relationship with Jalen Hurts is like that. So I understand, but I'm just saying, I don't know the inner workings of the Eagles locker room. That's the way I think it loses.
Yeah. But it's like, I really do think that like early exit's actually great protection against like I do not recommend betting stupid stuff like this, but it's like you are almost like I'm curious if you were to go back and look at like when have bets like this lost, how many of them would lose now with early exit? Because like that's always the concern. You bet this and Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles on the 4th play. And it's like, oh, never got a passing yard. But it's like early exit. Early exit. Shout out DraftKings.
I'm not gonna give it. I'm not gonna give more of a take on that than I already have. That's just my take. So AJ Brown and catch a pass the first drive.
Yes.
I will say we did a show earlier this week with NFL insider James Palmer, and he said verbatim, I would expect the Eagles to try and force feed AJ Brown early in the game to try and get his mental right. So there's that. There is that. Okay. Giants Saints for me will be where I start with my best bet. Saints money line for me. I don't think you have to get really too crazy with this. I'm not going to try and sit here and pretend like the Saints are a good team. I'm also not necessarily going to say they're playing the greatest ball, but like they're hanging in there with teams like the 49ers and the Bills. I think the Seahawks game was an aberration, just getting absolutely blown out of the water. This Giants team is not all that good. I think the Giants right now are riding high on vibes. I don't know where those vibes are at after Malik Neighbors tore his ACL. To me, this screams like a team that shouldn't have beaten a good team goes on the road to play an awful team and loses. And I think that's kind of where I'm at with this Saints-Giants game. I'm not going to try and line up the rosters and tell you there's any specific advantage one way or the other. This just screams like trap for a New York Giants team that I don't know if they should be considered like having a trap game on their schedule. But here we are in NFL Week 5. I like the Saints today.
Yeah, I like Saints too. I'm already on them. I like that. My next best bet, Mason Taylor, 3+ receptions.
Yeah, you're all over the Jets today. You're all over them.
I wouldn't say all, like, I don't necessarily, like, I'm sure you watched that game on Monday. I thought, like, I live bet the Jets probably 45 times on Monday, and I won all of them, which was really cool. But like the Jets play some of the stupidest football I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the Brees Hall quote. He agrees.
I didn't see what he said actually. What did he say?
He said opponents shoot themselves in the foot, and then we get an opportunity and shoot ourselves in the head.
That's a great quote.
It was an all-time quote.
Did he say that we shoot ourselves in the head? Because like that, it was like that
yes.
was like what my honest interpretation was. Yes, they are horrible at that stuff. But it's like, and that's why I don't know how the result's going to go. But it's like what they do on offense is going to work against like a decent amount of teams. And I'm going to put the Cowboys defense in one of those teams that what they do on offense is going to work.
All right there. 3+, you said?
Yeah. Oh my, bro, I have that at -120. I am sharp.
You are. That is sick. I'm going to give one here. I didn't want to give it in the anytime touchdown parlay because I really think Justin Fields is going to score. I like Jalen Tolbert today. I really like Jalen Tolbert today. I think last week was a really good opportunity for him to build some trust with Dak Prescott and that insane 45-yard throw, whatever it was. CeeDee Lamb also out. More importantly to Jalen Tolbert, actually, is Kevontae Turpin is out today. So they're really, really, really thin at wide receiver, which I'm sure you like to hear, somebody who's on the Jets. Tolbert last year thought that he did enough to be a wide receiver too, and the Cowboys not to go out and get somebody. I don't know how he thought that. But brother's playing with some confidence right now, and he's got an opportunity to do something. I think Dak, in a situation of getting the ball in the end zone with the entire world and Sauce Gardner knowing that George Pickens is probably going to see a pass, might have Jalen Tolbert open to score. Might also have Jake Ferguson, but I like Jalen Tolbert today. I think it's a little bit of a prove-it game for him.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Let me see which of my last best bets I want to give out here. Let's go to the Dolphins-Panthers game.
Yep.
I like the Panthers today, but I like Rico Dowdle's 16+ rush attempts more.
Okay.
That Dolphins defense is soft. We saw it against the Jets.
It's bad.
Soft. They are soft, bro. And I really think Rico Dowdle, I think the Panthers are going to win, so I think you're going to have some late game carries that are just free. I think they'll try to establish the game on the run via the run early. I think it'll work, and I think Rico Dowdle is going to get 16 rush attempts. That's really all I have to say about that.
They also, the only thing that concerns me like a bit is Trevor Etienne, because they did give him some carries in garbage time last week, but I think this is why you signed Rico Dowdle, is it not? Like,
it is.
Yeah, I mean, that to me is like, I think this is the purpose that you gave Rico Dowdle, well, whatever it was, $6 million. So like, I'm with you here. I will say I don't want to SGP exit right now. But I like the Broncos. Oh, I didn't need to. Sick. I love that. Yeah, I really like the Broncos plus 4.5 today. I think like what the Eagles have really been missing, and like you saw a little bit of it against the Rams. I don't want to disrespect the Rams defense because I actually do think that they're good. Not that I'm afraid of hurting anyone's feelings, but the Broncos have a legitimately good defense. And I think a part of the reason that on my own head I started sputtering and walking myself back from the A.J. Brown touchdown was also remembering that Pat Surtain is on the other side of that ball.
It's a good
take, and I think like, yeah. And I also think that, I mean, you remember what he did to Jamar Chase last week. And again, Jamar Chase's quarterback is really bad. But I think that this team right now, the Eagles are in a situation where they're in their own head of like, do we have to throw the ball more than we really want to right now? And if that's the case, Okay, that's fine. But the Broncos aren't going to make that easy. On top of the fact that the Eagles' run game really hasn't been there so far this year outside of what they're doing with Jalen Hurts. Like Saquon has not looked the same, I think, with the amount of carries he had last year. You could probably assume that. I like the Broncos 4.5. I know you think they're going to win the game. I don't know if they'll win it, but I do think that 4.5 points is too much for a team that's as talented as them on the defensive side of the ball. Does Bo Nix and co show up today? We'll see, but I like the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm with it, brother. I think this parlay might hit, bro. And the thing is, too, well, technically, if you actually take my real pick, you're not going to be able to parlay it at DraftKings, unfortunately. But the plus, I wonder what 2+ receptions and Broncos plus 4.5, I guess, in SGP is. That might be like close to plus 100. A little negative correlation.
I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might be. Even by
negative correlation.
I don't know if I would do that though.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Okay, these are our best bets. Again, as I always say each week, if you like them, you can go tail them over at DraftKings. If you don't like them, you can fade them over at DraftKings. If you've got your own best bets, if you got things that you love, go over to DraftKings. Bet the NFL, Week 5, NFL Sunday. Here they are. A.J. Brown, 2+ receptions. Saints money line, 16+ rush attempts for Rico Dowdle. Broncos plus 4.5. Well, A.J. Brown, not 2+ receptions. A.J. Brown to catch a pass in the first drive. If you're able to bet it, you can do that. Jalen Tolbert to score in the Cowboys game, and Mason Taylor 3+ receptions in that same game for the New York Jets. Okay, Bryson, this was fun. Dude, chat was popping today. I appreciated people also talking us into Lad. Like some people, I mean, and again, if he burns us, we'll see, because we dealt with this with Trey McBride last year. You start burning us a few times, chat starts going, no more Lad, no more Lad. That's kind of where I was leaning, but I have PTSD from last year. So I appreciated the chat jumping in and being like, no. We're riding with brother one more time, and we're taking this thing home. How you feeling about the lay before we get out of here?
I feel good. That touchdown lay sexy, bro.
It is sexy. And imagine hitting an 87-1. It makes up for everything last year, dude.
Yeah.
Everything.
We'd have like 2 years of runway to lose again.
Then I think we start really going safe. But
I agree.
I like it too, brother. I like it too. All right. Appreciate everyone who joined in the chat. Who's dropping picks, brought the vibes, brought some takes. Bryson, always appreciate you. I say this is the week that we go win this thing. For Bryson Stricker, I'm Ryan Ribeiro. Catch you next week. Peace.